Hey guys, Jason, Surviving Dad Life. I'll be working on my pickup today. Got my old 93 GMC Sierra. It's going to be my project videos, that we're going to be doing a lot of. They're going to be with this truck. So today, we're going to help this baby stop. I recently replaced everything on the steering, idler, pitman arm, inner and outer tie rods, everything, so I can keep it on the road. But now I need to help it stop. And I noticed one thing while I was fixing all that stuff is that the brake hoses are crumbling, and they're not leaking yet. I'm still able to stop, and it's squishy. So today we're going to replace the brake hoses, and then I'm going to put a part 2 of this video out, and that's going to be flushing all of the brake lines. So stick around. Okay, and of course, first of all, I jacked the car up, truck up, whatever. And right now the jack's supporting it. I'm going to lower this bad boy down just as easy as I can here. Alright, all the weight's on the jack stands. I'm going to back it off just a little bit. And then I'm going to put some light pressure with the jack. That way I've got the 2 stands holding it up, and then I got a backup as the jack. Okay, and then of course it's like 30 degrees outside, so we got us a little bit of heat going. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start on the passenger side. I'm going to rip this wheel off for you guys real quick, and then we'll get to taking the old brake hose off. I got my heater going in the background because, I don't know, like I said it earlier, it's freaking cold outside. Anyway, hopefully it's not making too much noise. Alright, we're going to whip this bad boy off here real quick. Man, I think used to in the past, I thought Cobalt tools, their power tools, weren't that great. Man, this thing has been a lifesaver. I think it was only like $160 or whatever, and I haven't met anything that this won't take off. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the brake line from the brake hose. Believe it or not, there's a difference. A brake line is usually the stainless steel or aluminum or whichever it may be, and then your brake hose is actually made of rubber. Right down here at the end of my light is where I'm disconnecting that, and it's like a, it's a 9/16 to get that off, so we're going to break that bad boy loose. Okay. Alright, got that disconnected. Now the next thing is there's a clip right here that I'm going to have to get off in order to release the brake hose from this bracket. And then there's another bracket underneath the fender well, and that's what we'll get next. I'm going to see if I can get this pick in there and get it off. And my light went out. Okay, I don't know why, but my light keeps going off. I think I'm probably hitting it with my arm or something. Alright, now I've gotten the one bolt off on this bracket here, which I'm going to tell you right now is a pain in the butt to get to. This bracket I actually had to bend up out of the way just so I could get an end wrench up in here. You ever work on stuff sometimes and you're like, man, I would really like to find the guy who designed this so I could beat the snot out of him. Alright, got the other bolt off the bracket, and that piece went sliding down. Okay, anytime you're changing stuff out like this, always save your hardware. I mean, you never know if a kit comes with anything or if you're going to need it later. What if you break something? What if you lose something? Kind of like that piece that I just dropped that I have no earthly idea where it went. I think when you work on cars, there's like a black hole that develops underneath them, and you magically will lose stuff. Huh. Okay. There it is. Found the black hole. Okay, got the bracket off now for the hose. Bracket's off, it's disconnected from the line. Now the next thing I'm going to hit on here is the Banjo bolt. This Banjo bolt is going to be a 7/16, which is kind of nice. Everything I've used so far has been a 7/16. Come on now. Okay. Falls. Everything's off. Coming out of there. And both my crush washers came off there, so I'm going to take this off. Take my Banjo bolt out. Throw this in the trash. This one, as you can see, is not as bad as the other one. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's cracking. The driver's side one, the rubber hose is coming off, and you can see the inside of it. So that's why I decided to go ahead and change these. There you go, there's a good one. It's busting out right there. So that's why I decided to change these. I'm going to change the front two and the one for the rear. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take up these bolts that I took off, and I'm going to clean these off just a little bit on this brush. Wire wheel. bench grinder sounds like it needs a new bearing. Anyway, they're all, I don't know how good you can see that. They're all cleaned off now and they'll go on a lot easier. Oh yeah, so much easier. Alright, now we'll go over there and start putting on the new ones. Okay, I remember I cleaned this Banjo bolt off. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's 2 crush washers on there. Make sure you get the other one off that's on the back side of this. There'll be dirt all around there and they'll be pushed up against it and you won't be able to see it, so you can take you a pick there, push it out and get rid of that thing. Alright. Always check and make sure when you order your parts. I didn't do that this time, wasn't paying attention. So I went ahead and got new crush washers, but this kit or whatever comes with crush washers, so I didn't need them, but I mean, I've got spares just in case I do, so it came with new crush washers. But what I'm going to do first is probably the part that's the biggest pain in the butt, and I'm going to put this bracket on. The thing about this one though is this bracket, I already threw the other one away, is moved down just a little further on this one than it was on the OEM one, and it gives you a little more room. There's more space on this side too back here to get to everything, so this one's a little bit nicer, but, or I say a little bit nicer, a little better design. Whoa. Golly, don't you hate it when parts grow legs and run off on you? Hold on, let me grab them. Okay, you know what, I lied. I'm going to take the front end of the hose, put it in this bracket. And get my clip back in. Alright, I guess what they say is true. Every tool is a hammer. And that hammer is in there. Alright. Now, I'm going to put this bracket on. Now that I found the freaking bolts. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Oh. Yeah, you guys can't see what I'm doing, can you? Nope, out of camera. God, dummy. There we go, right there. Okay, got that one started. Yeah, there's a little more room back here now. This bracket doesn't hug up so close to the upper control arm and drop the bolt like the OEM one does. got them started. Let's cinch them bad boys in. Start with the back on it. Anytime I'm putting something in like this and there's two bolts involved, I always get the first one snug, then I go in on the second one and get it snug, and then I'll go back to the first one, tighten it up, then tighten up the second one all the way. Well, I don't know why this thing won't start. I don't know why this thing won't start. I've got a backer on it. It makes you wonder if your socket's messing up or it's just operator error. Okay, that one's snug. Snug. Route this bad boy around just like the other one was. Okay, almost done. Home stretch, here we come. Underneath, banjo bolt. Can y'all see this? Here, let me get you down where you can see this. There we go, banjo bolt. Crush washer through the banjo fitting. Crush washer. Start this bad boy in by hand. You don't want to get in here and cross thread this thing. You know what's better than Loctite or thread locker? Cross threading. Where's my I got these Tecton end wrenches here. These things are amazing. I've never had the like ratcheting ones. I wish I'd have bought these a long time ago. And of course, when you put them on, get your torque specs out of your manual and put these things torqued down where they need to be. Okay. That is how you put on a brake hose. Another good thing though that you should do before you finish up, you should probably attach your brake line up here back to your brake hose. So I'm going to take off my cap. And if this will cooperate, I'm going to put this back in here. And when you're putting this back on, please, for the love of God, do not cross thread these. You cross thread these, you're screwed. Okay, I've got the brake line connected, the clips back in, brackets on, the hose is running all the way to the caliper. Everything's done. I'm going to go do the other side. After I do that, then we're going to bleed the brakes. Alright, I ended up having to bleed the brakes the old-fashioned way. I got me a helper and they pumped them. I bled everything out. Let me get you off here so you can see what I'm talking about. So, right here is where I was able to bleed the brakes. I checked my Banjo bolt and everything there. I checked my connections here. And there's no fluid. But nothing is leaking as of right now. So hopefully everything holds up good. So anyway, that's replacing your brake hoses. I'm going to do the one in the back. It's the same thing except for in the back there's lines that go towards the two brake drums, and there's a hose that connects from the body that goes down to the the lines. Anyway, this is Jason with Surviving Dad Life. I'm gonna find something else to do. You guys get out of here, you're bothering me.